Numbers chapter 20, verse 1. Then came the children of Israel, even the whole congregation, unto the desert of Zin in the first month. And the people abode in Kadesh, and Miriam died there, and was buried there. And there was no water for the congregation, and they gathered themselves together against Moses and against Aaron. I want to give our praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash, forgive me the spirit, to do this lesson. Now in this lesson, we're going to go into why Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, was mad at Moses and Aaron, okay? Was very upset with them, man. Okay, even after everything that has taken place, the split sea, right, what they went through going into the wilderness, Moses and Aaron was leading them, okay, during all the plagues in Egypt, okay, so you got to keep that in mind that all these things have taken place. Jake murmuring, talking shit, not trusting the Lord, not having no faith, the golden calf, okay, all these different things took place. And right before this, the Lord just got done killing a lot of Israelites, man. Okay, he killed 250 that were high statue man in the nation of Israel, very known. And then he killed 14,700 of Jake's after that, man, with a plague in the wilderness. Okay, right before this moment that I'm reading. All right, so let's get back to it. Because this is why Moses and Aaron did not make it into the promised land. All right, so let's go to verse 2. It says, and there was no water for the congregation, and they gathered themselves together against Moses and against Aaron. And the people chode with Moses and spoke, saying, would God that we had died when our brethren died before the Lord? Right, man. Whenever the 14,700 Jakes died and the 250 that I spoke about. Okay? Because now they're going to a different place. They're in another place. Okay? And again, there's no water. So they're like, what are we going to do? Now, keep in mind, the other time before this, whenever the water was bitter, what happened? The tree made the water sweet so they can drink. So they have already experienced this of going into a place, not having clean water or no water to drink at all, and the Lord intervenes and does what? He gives them water. So those things were supposed to be faith builders, but Jake don't get it, man. Jake don't get it leading up to this point. So once again, all right, they're coming into the desert of Zin, and they like, ain't no water here. What we going to do? So they're mad, all right? Just want to make that point. Back at verse 3. And the people chode with Moses and spoke and saying, would God that we had died when our brethren died before the Lord? And why have you brought up the congregation of the Lord into this wilderness, that we and our cattle should die there? And wherefore have you made us to come up out of Egypt to bring us in unto this evil place? It is no place of seed or figs, of vines or pomegranates, neither is there any water to drink. Right, so the land looked very thirsty, dead pretty much. Okay, but it was a test of faith because he already supplied them with food, with water in other situations when they complained and had no hope. Even though he just took down Pharaoh's army, right, drowned them, right, put plagues on the Egyptians, saved them. Come on, man. Okay, so it's a test. Verse 6, and Moses and Aaron went from the presence of the assembly unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and they fell upon their faces, and the glory of the Lord appeared unto them, and the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, take the rod and gather thou the assembly together, thou and Aaron thy brother, and speak ye unto the rock before their eyes, and it shall give forth his water, and thou shalt bring forth to them water out of the rock. So thou shalt give the congregation and their beasts drink. And Moses took the rod before the Lord, as he commanded him. And Moses and Aaron gathered the congregation together before the rock. And he said unto them, hear now, you rebels, must we fetch you water out of this rock? And Moses lifted up his hand, and with his rod he smote the rock twice, and the water came out abundantly. And the congregation drank, and their beasts also. And the Lord spoke unto Moses and Aaron, because you believe me not. Now check this out. He's talking to Moses and Aaron, and he says, because you believe me not to sanctify me in the eyes of the children of Israel, therefore you shall not bring this congregation into the land which I have given them. Right. Do you hear that? So that's why Moses and Aaron, okay, were not able to go into the promised land. Now, he allowed Moses to see it, but Moses didn't make it there. They died, and Aaron died. And I'm about to read that in a second. Okay? So do you see how dangerous it is, man, for the Lord to show you that he's with you, right? And do these different things and miracles, and you see it, but then something else come up and you doubt him. You lose trust, you lose faith because something else came up. Okay? Well, I'm going to tell you now, a lot of things going to come up, man, from here till salvation, man. All right? We are coming into the worst time in history, Jacob's trouble, so a lot of things going to come up. All right? When you read Amos chapter 5, verse 18 on down, it talks about one thing after another, man, the day of the Lord, man. Okay? You meet a lion, you escape the lion. A bear find you, you escape the bear. You go into a house, try to get some rest, and a snake come out of nowhere and bite you. Okay, so it's going to get crazy. So when the Lord shows you he's with you, believe it. Because why would Moses and Aaron not believe just because Israel, who already showed that they're faithless, they already been murmuring, the Lord already killed them, a lot of them, all right, 14,700 and 250 renowned men. He already killed them for this spirit. Okay, so Moses and Aaron were supposed to look at Jake like, man, shut up, man, for the Lord kill you, man. All right, what happened the last time when you thought we didn't have water? What happened? Moses and Aaron were supposed to remind them, man. Okay, to show their belief because they are the leaders. But they didn't do that. So when it said they fell upon their faces, man, they didn't have hope. Okay, they didn't have hope no more. All right, they've been in the wilderness for years. Okay, then Jake is wearing them out with their unbelief and getting into their mind. Okay, talking about Moses and Aaron. That's why it says in verse 12, let's read it again. And the Lord spoke unto Moses and Aaron, because you believe me not, so they didn't believe. Okay, so they got seduced by Jake of their unbelief. Okay, over some water, man. Okay, and because the land looked dead, they weren't sure. Is the Lord going to feed us? I don't know no more. Even though he already showed them over and over again he was with them. Okay, so I got to put it in more detail and edify more on this so you can understand why Moses and Aaron did not make it to the promised land. Okay, it says, to sanctify me in the eyes of the children of Israel, therefore you shall not bring this congregation into the land which I have given them. This is the water of Meribah, because the children of Israel strove with the Lord, and he was sanctifying them. Now I'm going to jump down, because in between, they're trying to go through Edom, the land of Edom, to get to the promised land. But Edom wouldn't let them, but I'm going to get to the point. Y'all can read that. Let's jump down to verse 23. And the Lord spoke unto Moses and Aaron in the Mount of Hor by the coast of the land of Edom, saying, Aaron shall be gathered unto his people, for he shall not enter into the land which I have given unto the children of Israel, because you have rebelled against my word at the water of Meribah. Right, man. Okay, you didn't believe, man. All right, y'all start listening to the other Jakes, okay, and it made y'all belief go down. Now y'all don't trust me no more, man. Now y'all question. Okay, you questioning me after everything I did. Now you're questioning if I'm going to give y'all food and give y'all water, man. I've been giving y'all water and food. I've been saving y'all out of situations. Okay, verse 25. Take Aaron and Eleazar his son and bring them up unto Mount Hor and strip Aaron of his garments. Do you hear that? He stripped Aaron's garments because of this, man. Because of unbelief. Okay? And put them upon Eleazar his son, and Aaron shall be gathered unto his people and shall die there. And Moses did as the Lord commanded, and they went up into Mount Hor in the sight of all the congregation. And Moses stripped Aaron of his garments and put them upon Eleazar his son, and Aaron died there in the top of the mount. And Moses and Eleazar came down from the mount, and when all the congregation saw that Aaron was dead, they mourned for Aaron 30 days, even all the house of Israel. So you see what he did to Aaron? Okay? Do you see that, man? Because Aaron had many moments. He had moments with the calf, right? He had moments with his sister because he was talking trash with Miriam. Miriam got the leprosy, but when you read, it was Aaron and Miriam that were murmuring. about you ain't only speaking through Moses. Okay? So you can see how Aaron in the past stories, right? In the past chapters, you can see how he was getting seduced by those unbelieving spirits. And he was participating with Jake, with building the calf. You know, he was getting weak, man. So in this situation, he got weak. But not just him, Aaron and Moses. So the Lord was fed up at this point. He was fed up, man. Okay, so that's why Aaron and Moses did not make it. Okay, he allowed Moses to see it, but they did not make it into the promised land because of unbelief. They allowed Jake to seduce them to not believe in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, that they were actually going to get there to the promised land, that Yahweh was going to continue to feed them and give them drink no matter what and protect them. All right, they was losing faith. And I just read it, so you can go and read it yourself, but you have to read these stories, man, get into these stories and really understand why the things happen the way it happened. Okay? Why the things happen the way it happened, man. All right? It wasn't because Moses broke the tablets. It was because his unbelief, along with Aaron, at this time, after everything Yahweh has done for them, okay, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua has done for Jake this whole time. So the Lord was fed up. He was just fed up, man. Y'all ain't going to make it now to the promised land because y'all don't believe in me no more like y'all should as leaders of Israel. So really think about that, man, and meditate on your own life. Okay, what has the Lord done for you? And if you know he's done things for you and gave you this truth and he comes through, why disbelief? All right? Why not trust him because something else came up? Something else is going to come up, man. Okay? And it's going to keep coming up until we get changed. Okay? And we in the chairs in the kingdom of heaven, man. So with that, I want to give our praises to Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahushai, B'Hashem, Rakah, Kodash, forgive me the spirit to do this lesson. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to your Akamah that is doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.